Hi everyone, this is Howlak again and welcome to another Java tutorial session. And for my previous tutorial, what I did was added uh, a static method and an instance method for the subclass, and also the same for the superclass, and with pretty much the same name. Okay. Now, one thing is for this, right? This should be annotated. This little light bulb that pops up. Okay. Because this is an instance method, and if you inherit a class, it will override um, the new implementation will override the old one. Okay. However, for a static method, okay, if as long as since superclass we're on the same package, right? So we're in the same package, and any public or protected members will be inherited by the subclass. Okay. Now, for the static method won't be inherited. Okay. Well, it will be inherited, but the thing is that it will not be overridden. Okay. So, see, I have here, right? This will not be overridden. However, it will be hidden. Okay. So let's just say that this is the case. I'm going to comment this out. Right, so I'm going to comment that out. Okay. Now, I'm also going to comment this out as well. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to try calling the static method. Okay. So static method. All right. So everything works. Right. Now I'm going to run it. Okay. And notice that, right? It inherited, but it did not override it. Okay. Now, if I remove this, okay, let's just remove this. Okay, and run it again. You notice that now it's this version, all right, is hidden. So when I call it without specifying the class, right? Because remember, we are in a static context, so I can actually invoke this static method, okay? Because this is also in a static context, right? But because this is hidden, okay, we want to actually say we want to call or invoke this the superclass's static method. Then we have to do it explicitly. Okay, so all right. And there, that's fine again. All right. So, okay. Again, it's not overridden. It's actually it is inherited, but it's hidden. Okay. Private members are not inherited. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna try something else to show you. Okay. Now this is I'm gonna do is I will show you something that that will show the concept of compile time versus runtime. Okay. Now you shouldn't do this. Well, Java will allow you to do this, but you should not do this. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is superclass. All right. I'm going to actually call. Okay. I'm going to call the static method. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to invoke it. Remember, static methods does not belong to an object, but look, we're not getting any compilation error. Okay, we do get a bit of a warning, but there's no compilation error. Okay, now if I actually do subclass, right, and call static. Okay. Alright, again, you should not do this. Alright, I'm going to just comment this out. Okay, so when I actually run it, you see. And then we're going to need another print statement. A new line. Need to separate them. Okay, now notice that when we call the instance method, it knew which based on the actual type of the object, right? The actual instantiation, it knew to call the right one. Okay, so it knew to call for superclass instance method, right? and then I call subclass instance method. Okay. Now watch what happens when I do this. Okay. It's not what we expected, and this is, again, you should not do this. Look at that. It called both superclass. Okay, even though we said subclass. Okay, we specify as being subclass. It should have printed subclass dot static method, right? But instead it printed superclass dot static method. Right. The reason being is that the JIT compiler, okay, the just-in-time compiler, okay, it's because we are in a static context. What it does is that it looks at the source code and looks at the type. Okay, this is synonymous with how it's done in C. It compiles it down based on its type. Okay, and it interprets it into bytecode, and it only sees this type. Okay, the new keyword here, okay, that we have, this allows us to leverage on Java's polymorphic behavior, right? Dynamic runtime execution, right? However, in a static context, whatever type it sees, it will invoke that. Okay, so here it sees subclass as also being, it sees it as a superclass type. So what it does is that it invokes the superclass static method. Okay, this is not what we want. Okay, we want the runtime to know which type of object it is, right? So like in instance method, and this is the reason why this is something that, even though it's allowed, right? It gives a warning only. There's no compilation error. This is not something that you want. Okay, doing this because it's static in a static context. The JIT compiler will see the actual type only, and it will actually call that, invoke it. Okay, this is no longer dynamic. This is a static context now. Okay, right? Okay, so I'm going to end it there, and I hope you enjoy this tutorial. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.